In case you're wondering who I'm whistling at, it's BLIZZ, who's up there, and I would like him to come into the shot so we can start this vlog. Not gonna happen. Hi everyone, it's Signe from Sign of Horses, and this is gonna be an introduction without a horse in it. So be it. You can't force a horse. Something like that. Anyway, today I thought we might do a revisit to the ghost saddle, and I'll show you a couple of the few tiny changes that I've made and the plans that I have for it for the future. So there it is, the ghost saddle, and if you want to know how I came by it and what the process was of actually getting the saddle, then you can watch the vlog up there, or maybe it's in that corner. I always get confused by the corners, but it's in that little eye thingy. Where you can watch the other vlogs that I made on the ghost saddle. What I want to talk to you about today is all the things that I have added since then. So let's have a closer look at my ghost saddle with Viking Bling. The pieces that were the first to go on, that were these buckles that I got at Celtic Web Merchant. I took off the little, I don't know what these called, but the little thingy that goes into the holes, if this would be a belt. They were pretty easy to get off, and then I matched it up with the existing hole that was on the saddle, and I made some holes in the back of the saddle so I could attach this. Next I made the stirrup strap holders. I don't know what you could call these. They're mainly for decoration, but they also protect this buckle here from doing weird things to your leg. And they scooch over the top bit of the stirrup nicely, and I think it has a very, very nice look. And those are pretty easy to make, something you can make at home very, very quickly. I just took a piece of leather, added the decoration, oiled it up so it would be kind of brown like the rest of the saddle is, and then closed it up. These are more like Spanish type stirrups, but I like the gold. I like the brown and gold, so I kind of got a theme going with brown and gold here. And then the last thing I added is the back bit. Oh, nice and blingy. The logo used to be right there where the little moon thing is. I think I use the word thing a lot in this vlog. Sometimes I just don't have names for stuff, so I just call it thing. This is where the logo used to be, and although it was a beautiful black logo, it started to bug me because I really wanted to put some decoration around and it wouldn't go with the logo. So I kept messing about with not attaching anything but looking for something that would be aesthetically pleasing to my Viking eye. So I took the whole logo out, including the Velcro on the back, and I sewed in a new piece of, I think it's felt, with this moon or sun thingy on that I had somewhere in my stash. These are also by Celtic Web Merchant. They're actually book corners, believe it or not. I think they look spiffin'. Oh, your gold halter is matching to the saddle, Blizzy. Yay! So that's the new bits that I added to the saddle, and I really love the felted sheepskins. I've got 3 of them by now, and you might have seen this one on my shoulders in one of the pictures with BRISINGR. I'll quickly insert it here because it's so stunning. It's right here, yeah. And I love the look of felted sheepskin on a horse. It really gives that Viking rough kind of look to it, to a saddle. Really, really nice, and it looks incredibly comfortable to sit on. And it actually is. There's one downside to it, is that it takes up a lot of space. So it's just one more layer between you and the horse, which puts distance between you and the horse's back, which you desperately want to feel if you're riding. And another thing is that my bum is already taking up plenty of space within the saddle, so if I narrow down the seat with a sheepskin, there's going to be even less space. And I really like to sit not on top of my horse, but in my horse. That sounds really weird, but just I want to be part of the horse and not float on top of it. This looks really, really lovely and beautiful, but it also takes away from all the bling that I've added. You can't see it anymore. So I was kind of doubting whether I should find a way to incorporate this into the ghost saddle. The only bling you can probably see is the one on the back, but even then, you know, you might want to scooch it over a bit to the back and then that's gone as well. So it hides away the bling and it narrows down my seat a lot and it puts more distance between me and the horse. So these are all things, all downsides to having this done. One more alteration that I've made to make this more suited for us. It's kind of like personal taste, what you like in the saddle, is I took out the cushioning that was in here. I took off the seat and then I cut open the fabric that's on the bottom here. I took it all out and that makes the seat much more, yeah, well, to my liking. I like to be close to my horse and I have enough cushioning on my bum, so I don't need a very soft saddle seat. And actually my Western saddle was a hard seat saddle with just layers of leather on top of the wooden tree, but it was that hard. And this is still a little bit cushioned. So that's another alteration I made. And it's very scary to do things, to change things to a saddle. And I would always advise to do that, to have that done by an expert, or at least have an expert look at it. But in this case, with the ghost saddles, because these seat covers are removable, should you make a huge mistake and ruin it, you can just order the seat separately and have like a brand new ghost saddle without changing the body of the saddle. So the risk is a lot less than with any other saddle. Blizz is getting pretty much fed up with me talking about his saddle. Oh, it's so cute, he's sleeping with his chin on the railing, look at that. Snoozing, snoozing. That's very cute. Yeah, but he is getting fed up. Yeah, we are going out for a ride on the saddle and enjoy the weather because today is a lovely spring day. Spring is coming, yes. This is kind of like a short vlog. I hope you don't mind and I hope you watch a longer vlog next time. If you did like this vlog, then give it a thumbs up. Don't hesitate to leave a comment. Don't hesitate to subscribe, and whatever you do, tell all your friends to subscribe. You didn't expect that, did you? And as often as you can, release that in a Viking. We will see you next time. Bye. It's very echoey in here. So echoey.